Nearly every major revolution of the last 500 years has been bred inside these halls. Governments toppled, utopias planned, constitutions rewritten, all of which pale in comparison to another revolution that has stirred here. When the heart of the church hardened through legalism and corruption, the cry for renewal was heralded from the universities of Wittenberg, Geneva, Zurich and Paris. In the 18th century, while revolutions were brewing in America and France, a spiritual revolution stirred within the UK. John and his brother, Charles Wesley, started the Holy Club movement at Oxford University. John, Charles and a fellow student named George Whitfield would become the human vessels that led the Great Awakenings in America and England. When Samuel Mills arrived as a freshman at Williams College in 1806, he found only a few Christians on the campus. Fearing persecution from their peers, they met out in the countryside for prayer. While returning back to campus on a late August day, the students sought shelter from the storm under a haystack. And it was under that haystack that America's foreign mission movement was born. As that handful of students committed their lives to the cause of foreign missions, a revival sparked that would engulf Williams College and spread to campuses everywhere. While at Cambridge University, 7 young men were independently stirred to commit their hearts to Christ and their lives as missionaries to China. Before leaving, the Cambridge 7, as they came to be known, planned a tour of the campuses of England and Scotland. Wherever they went, hundreds, even 1,000 in one instance, were converted, bringing revival throughout Great Britain and mobilizing an entire generation of young missionaries. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ocean, the first ever Christian conference for college students was held at Mount Hermon, Massachusetts. On the last day of the conference, 250 students were given a challenge to consider taking the gospel to the world. For over 50 years, missionaries would pour out from the student volunteer movement to the far corners of the earth. A total of 20,500 missionaries, unequalled in the history of the church. By the late 1940s, as the last flickers of the student volunteer movement were going out, God gave a vision to another young man for world revival, which once again would begin on college campuses. In 1951, Bill and Vonette Bright founded Campus Crusade for Christ at the UCLA campus. From that one campus, a Christian movement arose that has taken the gospel message to billions of people worldwide. The student volunteer movement left its mark on Korea a century ago. Samuel Moffat was the first of the student volunteers to sail for Korea, founding the church in Pyongyang. In 1907, a great spiritual revival broke out, earning Pyongyang the title, the Jerusalem of the East. The year 2007 will mark the 100th anniversary of that revival in Korea, and it's at the Campus Mission 2007 conference that we will seek God's face in anticipation of an outpouring, a new movement of God's Spirit to complete the task of world missions. There are currently ministries on approximately 2,000 of the world's top 8,000 campuses. Thousands of staff and student leaders will converge at Campus Mission 2007 to plot a course to reach the remaining 6,000 campuses, knowing that this could be the spark that ignites the fulfillment of the Great Commission. For history has proven what Bill Bright said nearly 50 years ago. Reach the campus today, reach the world tomorrow. Join us in Korea, June 30th to July 6th for Campus Mission 2007. If there is a lesson to be learned from the history of revivals, it is this. There is nothing as powerful as an individual college student fully committed to the will of God and fully yielded to His Spirit.